5398. You are up.
Go ahead, 5-3.
Hey, good evening, Martin Fresh. This is Jalil from Castle Club. How are you guys doing tonight?
Oh, shout out to you, bro.
What's up, bro?
Hey, I just have a quick question. So next month, I'm going to be out of my my secured credit card, and I'm going to be into an unsecured card. So I currently have two credit cards. I have a Discover Beginner card, which has a $500 limit.
Yep.
And my second one is a Bank of America card. It's a Platinum Rewards card, and this one has about $1,500 on it. So that's my limit on that. So it's about $2,000 total. So I was wondering, after I get out of that, after I get my deposit back, once it's unsecured, should I stick with Bank of America and Discover, or do you guys recommend I go with a different company? What do you guys think?
I always tell people, let me guess, is your Bank of America, it's a Visa probably, right?
Yeah, my Bank of America and Discover are both Visas, yes.
So,
well, my Discover is a MasterCard.
Wait, what, your Discover is a MasterCard?
Really?
I believe
That's impossible, because Discover is his own credit card company.
Yeah, actually, yes. Discover is MasterCard, and Bank of America is Visa.
Interesting. Okay. So, yeah, bro, I always tell people, always have...
It says Discover's neither Visa or MasterCard.
Yeah, that's a little off, man. Maybe because it's a secured card?
Maybe.
Because it's a secured credit card, right?
Yeah, both of them are secured credit cards.
Is it the Discover It? Is it the Discover It card?
I'm sorry, what was that?
Is it the Discover It card?
Yes.
Can you double check that real quick, Fresh?
It's its own card. You were right, Myron.
Yeah, it's its own card, right?
Yeah.
It's not a MasterCard. Yeah, so bro, look. This is what I always tell people. The two best credit cards that everybody should have in their wallet is one MasterCard and one Visa, at least. Okay? One Visa, one Master, because these cards are accepted everywhere. You'll be okay. Now, when it comes to, other things, obviously I like American Express. I don't have any Discover cards myself, but Discover is really good for beginners. So if you want to have one Discover, one Amex, one MasterCard, one Visa, you'll be in a good position there because you can use different cards at different locations, right? For example, like I know internationally, you might run into some fucking issues with Discover, right? And then some places don't like American Express because American Express has high transaction fees. So having all four of the major ones is very helpful. Now, when it comes to your situation with Bank of America, I would say if you have a bank account with them, try to increase your limit. And then once you turn that Discover It card from a secured card to an unsecured card, try to see what limit you can get. And then maybe, if you want, depending on your credit score, I would say open up maybe one or two more other credit cards. Because your goal is to get as much available credit to you as possible so that when you use your credit cards, you don't hit your utilization, you don't trigger high utilization and then lower your credit score. Does that make sense?
Yeah, okay, yeah, that actually makes sense. And about utilization, I kind of am a little bit bad about that. However, I do pay my full bill every month on time or early. So I'm usually in the 50 to 60% range utilization. I know that you say
you got to bring it way down there. You got to bring it way below, dude. And then what I would say is instead of paying it off in full every month, I mean, you can do that too. But if you want to maintain a good credit score like more times during the year, I pay my credit card every week, bro. I'll look at my thing. I'll log in like every couple of days, maybe once a week, twice a week, even sometimes. And I'll look in there and I'll just like consistently pay that shit down all the time and always make my utilization be under 30%, closer to 10. That's what I would suggest. Make more frequent payments than one big lump sum payment. Because that's another big pro tip.
It's gonna have to reset, and if you pay it one time,
and your credit score is always going. It's being checked typically once a week, bro. So if you're making payments on it all the time, it'll keep your utilization low and it'll keep your credit score higher. So that's another pro tip. But I don't think I've shared that with y'all. Literally, bro, I go once to twice a week. I'm in there paying whatever balance is there, knocking it down, so that my credit score is almost always high. Another pro tip for you guys.
Oh damn! I never actually thought that paying it every week would really help your credit score, because I'm a new user, so
yeah,
I've only been using credit cards for 6 months.
Yeah,
so
I'm sorry I never shared that with y'all. Like, yeah, bro. One way that I actually keep my credit score pretty high is I'm literally making payments like a couple times a week. Right now, you guys might not need to do that because, for me, we're running a business, so I have to fucking constantly go in there and pay shit. But if your expenditures aren't as high, obviously, because you're not running like a business or whatever, that's fine. Just once a week, go in there, pay it off, and that will significantly help you with maintaining a higher credit score year round versus making only one payment a month.
If you can, yeah.
If you could do it. But if you're making payments in full, bro, then you can clearly do it. because you're paying it full every month. So it's just about splitting it up more and cutting it down and making sure that you're never carrying a balance, especially if it's someone like you where you only have a $2,000 limit. Nah, bro, you never want your shit to be 50% or above, ever. That's when you start getting into problems, because these credit card companies have certain algorithms and how do I say this, like meters, like warning meters, where the higher utilization goes, the more of a at-risk buyer you become. And once you become an at-risk buyer, trigger alarms start to go off in their systems. Does that make sense?
Damn, I never thought of it that way, because I never thought of it that way because I always just thought that as long as you pay the full statement, regardless of how much you're using, then you're good. So I never thought of it like that, actually.
Yeah, no, bro. Once your utilization passes certain parts, the credit card companies literally start to take precautions on you. And they do this because they know that whenever people are desperate for money, they start to emulate certain behaviors. And a lot of the times it's like sporadic spending, getting high utilization, etc. So this is why we tell you guys all the time, keep your utilization low so that you don't trigger these tripwires that these credit card companies have. Because remember, the credit card companies are a business. They're not there to just give you money. No, they're there to give you money so you pay them back with interest. But once you reach a certain level where they don't think that you're going to be able to pay them back anymore, that's when these fucking triggers start going in. Your credit score gets limited. They shut your card off, right? I've seen it before many times where you'll have a credit card. You'll do one charge of, like, let's say $1,000 when it has a 10K limit, but they don't like the way that you spent it, or you spent it at an awkward place, whatever. They shut your card down right there and then. The credit card companies are in the business of making money and ensuring that they get paid back at some point with interest. If you show any type of behaviors that aren't conducive to that, they will absolutely shut you down and lower your credit score as a penalty.
Yeah. Also, if you got a high limit, if you don't spend correctly how you should spend, they'll either lower your limit to like way less, and that way you spend.
I mean, Amex, right? They literally, if you get like an Amex Platinum, it's a charge card, which means there's no limit. But if you make a huge purchase out of nowhere and you've never made that purchase before, they'll fucking decline your shit, bro.
Yeah.
They'll decline your shit. Or if you don't like check spending power before you do it. So these are all things that you need to kind of keep in mind when it comes to credit card companies, bro. But number one, I would say try to open some other credit cards up. Number two, bring your utilization up. And then number three, another pro tip, pay frequently so that you're not carrying a balance, especially since your balance is so goddamn low and you make one purchase and now you're at 50% utilization. That'll fuck you up, bro. So always keep that utilization low and pay frequently for you. Cool?
Awesome. Sounds good. And just one last quick thing, if that's okay. Like, it'll be super quick.
All right.
Just real quick, Myron. So I just wanted to ask. So the wintertime has come here in Michigan. It gets pretty exhausting throughout the day and stuff like that. And as you guys probably know, I've been on this weight loss journey. I'm only 37 pounds away from my goal. I'm almost there. So I just wanted to ask you, what tricks and tips would you give me to help keep my energies higher throughout the day? Because I'm in a calorie deficit, and I'm training as hard as I can to lose as much weight as possible, and everything else. But do you suggest any supplements or vitamins that I could take that could help me stay energized throughout the day? Because I drink black coffee, but my body's become used to it. So I just wanted to see if you had like any other tips or any supplements or anything that you recommend. So
how many hours a night do you sleep?
Typically
be honest.
Between 6 to 8.
Yeah, try to bump that to 8 to 10, bro. I don't think people understand how important sleep is, bro. It's like literally sleep is the most anabolic thing that you could do if your goal is like weight loss and building muscle mass. 8 to 10 hours, bro.
Okay.
That means you might have to go to bed earlier. That means you might have to turn shit off. But 8 to 10 hours a night, bro, is what you got to be shooting for every single night, man. That you'll notice a huge difference just off of doing that.
Okay.
And make sure that you're being super accurate about tracking your food and your calories.
Okay, yeah, sounds good. And the weight loss has been great. Thanks to all your tough love and your indirect tough love. So like whenever you shout at someone, calling them whatever it is, when I was bigger, I used to take offense to that, and it kind of just made me like, man, I'm tired of doing this shit or being this way. And I made the changes, and holding myself accountable has been great. And I really appreciate everything you guys do, and keep leading the front line, gentlemen. Thank you for everything you guys do. Much love to both of you and the whole team.
Thanks, man. I appreciate that, man.
Yo, by the way, we paid out all the winners of the body transformation challenge.
Yes.
One chest 8-pack trucker won actually first place, and there were 5 other spots. So shout out to you guys for always. You know what's funny? They motivated me to get back in the gym too as well. So shout out to y'all for winning, man. That challenge, and good job.
So guys, quick word from our sponsor real fast. You know we don't mess around when it comes to leveling up, and that goes for your coffee too. If you're still drinking that sugary shit, you're already started your morning off wrong. 1775 Coffee's protein creamer is what real men use to start their day. 10 grams of whey protein per serving, designed to build muscle and boost metabolism. Most people are tossing whey protein into their coffee, but we took it a step further and made a creamer with whey protein already built in, no added sugar, just protein. They just dropped this protein creamer along with a whole new lineup. In addition to the classic dark and medium roast, you'll find new coffee pods and a brain-boosting mushroom blend that'll have you focus like a sniper locked in on CNN. Don't start your morning funding the woke mob and dumping garbage into your body. Do it right with 1775 Coffee. Use code FRESH to get 15% off. Guys, I'm drinking 1775 Coffee right now, man. As we walk it like we talk it over here, guys, and they got one that has a protein blend, man, so definitely go show them support. Shout out to 1775 Coffee.